Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. Today we have a special guest, one of my friends, brothers, and everything else in between. Welcome to the Healing Stride, Mbuyi.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and thanks to your viewers as well.
Thank you, man. Thank you for taking time to talk to me because I really value your time, and that's why I called you to come to the podcast today because I believe that your story matters and you need to tell your story because someone out there needs to hear this. So tell us about Mbuyi. Who is Mbuyi?
Mbuyi is a township boy, born and raised in Nyanga East, Wezwelicha, and I grew up as a very, very shy person, and I was very, very thin. So, as a matter of fact, even at school, people didn't even know my name. So people basically knew me as my surname, Udeyi. So Mbuyiselo Deyi is me, and I'm a person who came from, I won't say poor because I don't consider myself poor. We come from a previously disadvantaged township. But there's not even one evening where I went to bed without having something to eat. There was no time where I had no winter clothes. I was always clothed. I always had shelter. I didn't stay on the streets. So hence I don't basically consider myself poor. I'm not sure what else you want to know. That was just my background with regards to my upbringing and stuff. I was raised by my grandmother. Mom and dad were never married. But I have a very good relationship with my mom. I have a very good relationship with my dad. The best way we can, you know. And yeah, I was raised by my aunts, my grandma, my aunts, and my uncles. So those are the people that basically played a big role in my life. And right now, I consider myself a very spiritual person. Not religious, definitely not religious. I have so many questions. I don't want to say I'm agnostic, but I do go to church from time to time. But I am very spiritual. So you take me to a yoga session, I'm good to go. I do meditation, I do yoga,
Nice.
I do breathing exercises. I try by all means to stay spiritually fit. I think that's about how far I can go with regards to who am I.
All right, thanks, Mbuyi. So who were you before running? Who was Mbuyi before running?
Yeah, running. I started running in 2024. I think October or so, September, October 2024. Which I've never ran before in my life. Even at school, I tried, but my chest always closed up. So I decided, nah, this thing is not for me. So running was never my thing. But I started hiking. Hiking was basically my only sport, and I would go to the gym and hike. But running was not part of the plan, and I only started running when someone suggested to me that if I want to stop smoking cigarettes, then I need to start running and see if the two can go together.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I went for my first run. I got the high, and I was like,
So it stuck with you.
and I was hooked. Number one, when I ran my first 10 kilometers, I came back. Every time I do something, I always reward myself with a cigarette. So I came back from my 10K and I tried to smoke my cigarette, but yeah, it was not
It's not
nice.
gonna. It just didn't.
No, it was not nice. So it took me a while to stop. I think I stopped in October somewhere. I think it was before Sanlam Marathon.
2020.
2024.
Okay.
It was before. And then that was it. That was it, and I was hooked. I was hooked. Running is very addictive. So if anyone wants to try running, it's yeah.
That's incredible because I have a friend as well who has been smoking for a very long time. She loves the idea of running. because I'm not gonna say she's a runner, but she loves the idea of running. She does other things. But now that you've told me, you've just given me something now that I didn't know, that if she starts running, then the smoking is gonna go away on its own, because you can't do both of them.
No, you can't. And remember that smoking is not something that you can just stop just like that. So what also helps was my spirituality also helped. One day I was at work and I went for tea time and I went for a cigarette break, and it was my last cigarette. So that was the day I stopped. I think it was the 4th of October. And then that was a day. So I lit that cigarette and it was the last one in the packet. So what I did is I said, a voice came into my head to say, Mbuyi, this is your last cigarette. I said, if it's God, whatever it is, ancestors, I receive. So I said, I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and I do not know if this thing is going to happen till when. If by 1 o'clock, if by 1 o'clock I don't smoke, then I will see. But it ended up being like a day, two, a week. After a week, I said, I'm never going back again. So I think God also helped, because every time I have a craving, I always say, God, please help. That's all I say. I don't say much.
Do you still have cravings though? Do you?
From time to time.
Really? So when you see people smoking, because there's that passive smoking that we all have to deal with. Does something happen to you because you breathe it in and?
That's not it. It is the habits that basically bring that euphoric recall. Okay. Like for instance, the habit of after finishing eating lunch or whatever you are eating, and then you would have a cigarette. Those kind of things. Those are the habits.
Okay, it was a thing that you used to do before.
Yes. Like I hike a lot, and every time when I used to hike, I would hike a peak and smoke a cigarette. But now since I hike a lot, that habit has subsided, is gone. But if there's a habit that I haven't done in the last year, and then I start doing that habit again, and then that euphoric recall comes back. But if someone smokes in front of me, that doesn't trigger me.
Doesn't affect.
Or if I smell the cigarette, it doesn't trigger me at all.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so the thing about you, Mbuyi, one of the things that there's a lot of things that I respect about you, but the thing that I like about you is it looks to me like when you set a goal, come rain or snow, you will achieve that goal. I saw you doing the 12 peaks. Was it 12 peaks?
13 peaks.
13 peaks. I don't even know anything about hiking. But I do a little bit of it, but I don't know what it was. But when I saw that thing, I was like, no, man, this guy, if he sets a goal, he's gonna achieve that thing. That's one of the things. Do you just decide to set a goal for yourself and just give it your all? Like, how does it work? Teach us, how does it work? Because it looks like Mbuyi, if he says he's gonna do 50-kilometer run, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think what I do is if I it's all about making a decision. We make decisions every day. We make a decision when we wake up in the morning to say, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go to work. So that's a decision. You can still make a decision to say, I'm not going to wake up today, I'm not going to work. Still, that is a decision. But when I make a decision to do something and I do not know if I will have the willpower or the power to do it, I always invite my higher being. I always invite the universe into the picture of what I'm planning to do. And sometimes things just happen, I don't do them. Like the 13 peaks that I did, a friend said, look, I'd like to do 13 peaks with you. I said, cool, let's do it. And it happened. But every time I do something like that, there's something spiritual that changes. Like when I stopped smoking, I went back to drinking coffee. Right? Okay. So after I noticed that now I'm drinking more than 5 cups of coffee a day, I said, okay, this is now even better than the cigarette. I need to stop this as well. So after doing the 13 peaks, so a decision had to be made that I need to stop drinking coffee as well. So that is how basically these things work. Sometimes it is things that happen normally. Sometimes, when I'm in pain, I think that is the time when I grow.
Yes.
You know, when I'm in pain, that's a time when I grow. So doing 13 peaks, basically, it's blood, sweat, and the whole shenanigan, the whole shebang. You know, so during that time, that is where I see what my body can do, because sometimes I underestimate my body. Like for instance, I'm doing comrades in June. I have, what do you call this thing, anxiety. I'm overthinking it. I'm thinking, oh yeah, how many kilometers? Yes, I've done 2 oceans, which is like 56 kilometers, but this is way too much. I don't think I'm gonna do it. But now that's when I invite my spiritual being to say, God, ancestors, whatever the case may be, take over, because now I'm handling this all. I'll do the best that I can physically as a human being. I need to train, of course, for these things. I can't just say, Uteko must come and do this thing for me without having to train. I need to train. But it's also mentally, and it's also very spiritual. Running is spiritual. Running is a kind of a sort of meditation as well. So running is a prayer.
Yes.
You know? And the answers to my prayers are also there in that running.
Yes.
Because that time you spend with yourself, you know, I'm telling you things that you already know about. You know, the time that you have, the conversations that you have with yourself when you're hitting the road. That's where you meditate, you ask, and you get your answers to your prayers and what to do and stuff like that.
I love that I love what you just said, all of it. But I just wanna, I love the fact that you said running is spiritual.
Yeah.
And running is mental. And woo, we can unpack this. We can have like a whole day of chatting about that. But there's a whole lot of things that I want to ask you, because I know your story is there's a lot. So I just want us to focus on this now, but you'll probably come back to the podcast because there's a lot to unpack on what you just said now.
Sure.
But one question that I have, I just want to know, where do you draw your strength from?
I think my strength comes from the core. That's where it comes from. It comes from the core. I think also, you know, when you're spiritual, someone mentioned that I am God, you know, even though religiously they don't want us to say that we are God.
Okay.
You are God in your own way. It's to me, it's rooted deep down inside. I have people that I talk to. I have my ancestors, that when I do go on a hike, I do talk to them, so that there's two things that I ask for. It is strength and wisdom. Those are the two things that I ask for. Anything else will fall into place that I know. But if I have strength and I have wisdom, so where I draw my strength really is coming from the core, deep down inside in my gut. And there are times where I feel like I'm going to give up. And you know, most of the time, most of the races that I come across you, there are times where like, fuck, I'm going to give up. Now I'm gonna walk. I don't feel like walk. I don't feel like running anymore. And you would always come somewhere. I don't know which run I was doing. I think it was the 50 kilometers. What do you call that thing? The one that goes around.
Yes, round and round.
And I was like, on the very last 10 kilometers, I was like, no, that's it. And then you came up and you said, boy, you can do it. And then, you know, that is where the strength comes from. That's why I'm saying that God uses people. God is in people. You understand what I mean? You get people that would give you, you know, that push when you just want to give up. And there was a time in my life where I went through a divorce and I was down and out. And then all of a sudden I met my current girlfriend, and I believe that God put her in my life because I was like really feeling like low, but she uplifted me. So hence I'm always saying that you must never underestimate people and you must never undermine people. The value of a human being is the most important thing. Basically, to sum it all up, where I draw my strength from other human beings.
That's very powerful. Now, you've mentioned divorce, Mbuyi. do you want to unpack that for us? How did this happen? Was it a long time ago? And then you're mentioning that you are with someone new in your life. Yeah. If you feel free to tell us how that came about.
Oh, which part? The divorce part or the new person in my life?
The divorce part, because I'm sure there's a whole lot of people that are probably going through divorce right now, or are thinking about divorce, or people that just that have gone through divorce, but they don't know, they do want to do this running thing, and they do want to exercise, but they are not motivated to do that because they feel like they've lost everything. You know what I mean? They feel like they've lost meaning in life now. They don't see the point. Since you went through that, maybe you can help somebody else. What caused your divorce?
Well, this is what I always tell everyone. The cause of my divorce was the fact that we basically have differences.
Okay.
So I just want to leave it at that. That we, all of us had kind of like, we've outgrown each other. We've had our differences, and we made a decision that it was best for us to part ways. But all I can say to people that basically are staying in relationships that don't want to divorce, sometimes there's financial reasons, sometimes they want to stay for the sake of the kids. All I can say is that if you stay in a harmful situation for too long, you are not only hurting yourself further, you are hurting the people around you, especially the kids, even further. So it is best, especially if you're still young, it is best that you just cut ties and let it be. The older people will always say, you need to stay and you need to fight for your marriage. You don't have to. Love is supposed to be wonderful. Love is supposed to be beautiful. If now you go to bed every night crying, the very same person that's supposed to be protecting you is making you cry, then it's not love anymore. So whoever is going through any kind of situation, whether you're staying in the marriage for money, believe you me, if you believe you me, I'm telling you, I know people who are saying, no, I'm not gonna divorce my husband because if I do, he's gonna take half of my wealth. You understand? Give it away, just to have that peace of mind of knowing that there's nothing attaching me to this person.
And it's very difficult. You're right. It is very difficult for people to leave those kind of marriages that are based on money, because I think it was based on money in the beginning. You can't just all of a sudden, you can't divorce someone because of money. There was a money situation there from the beginning. Someone saw money.
Sure.
Then they decided. So people always say to me, my story about divorce. So I left, and I always tell people, like, bruh, leave. If someone is abusing you, leave.
Sure.
If you are dealing with someone who you don't know anymore and they've changed, leave.
Sure.
If you are being abused, leave.
Sure.
Because these people don't change. And people always say to me, you are negative when I tell them that. But I'm like, guys, why are you suffering? Why are you suffering? We are burying women each and every day in this country and beyond, and around the world, because they are holding on to history. They are holding on to the past. They are holding on to what they thought he was. Well, he showed you who he is now.
Sure.
So why are you sitting? Why are you still with him then?
Sure. That's what we do. We stay in harmful situations too long, and we hurting ourselves even further. For instance, if you hold on to a rope too long, the rope is gonna end up cutting you.
Yes.
Now a rope, you can hang on to a rope, but if you are planning to move up, you move with your hands. You move. But if you hang on in one place on that rope, it is going to hurt you because it's gonna start cutting your hand. Now, sometimes when you let go of that rope, you let go, and then that's where you find healing. That's where you find freedom. We, as human beings, we are free beings. We are meant to be free.
Yes.
You get people that are in polyamorous or relationships. Those are
Poly.
yeah. Those are free beings.
Oh my
they are free to
God.
do what they want to do. Anyway, that's a topic
Which
for
one is
another.
a poly relationship? Because I know situationships, I know relationships where there's two of us and there's two of you, but we are all together. I don't know what that is called.
That one.
Is that a poly?
Like, yeah, if I decide to have someone else on the side, but that person, you should know about that person, and we should all know each other. So anyway, that is a topic for another day.
So it's called a poly what? Poly?
I think it's polyamorous.
Oh my God, we have so many types of relationships. I cannot anymore.
So anyways, I was saying that we are, as human beings, we are free beings. We are free spiritual beings. We need to be free. We need to enjoy our freedom. Especially if you're in a relationship, you need to be free. You don't need to feel that you are now in a prison just because you're in a relationship.
Yes.
Your partner should let you do things that you want to do.
True.
On your own. You don't have to do everything all together. Yes.
I always say that to people, and also some people feel like they sort of sometimes they don't even see it until you tell them that your life is wrapped around this woman or this man, and they think it's great because my partner is my best friend. I'm like, my partner is not my best friend. Well, we are friends,
sure,
best friends, but I need to have friends of my own.
Sure.
And
they need to have friends of their own. Before you met, they have friends.
Yeah.
I have friends. So, yeah.
So, what pushed you to running? Were you running away from something? Were you running towards something? What made you run? Besides the fact that somebody said to you, for you to stop smoking, you need to start running. Were you going through a major change in your life? Did something happen before in your life that has running helped you in any way, shape, or form? I don't know the kind of question that I'm hoping that you understand what I'm trying to ask you, but I do know that there's a story behind this whole lifestyle. So yeah. I would love for us to tap into that and talk about that.
Yeah, all I can say is that running is addictive in a way that it's taking too much of my time. Yeah, it's true. It's taking too much of my time. It's taking time away from my girlfriend. It's taking time away from... I'm an alcoholic, so I joined the running when I was 8 years. 8 years sober, and I go to a 12-step program. And that is where I kind of like found healing, and I found my people in a 12-step program. I can't mention which one for the sake of anonymity, because I'm a human being. So if I mention the name of the 12-step program and then tomorrow I start drinking again, and people are going to say, that is AA, that is NA, or that is what, that is CA, whatever the case may be. So yeah, hence I'm not going to mention it, but I am in a 12-step program. So I go to meetings every week. I try by all means to attend at least 5 meetings a week, but it doesn't always happen that way. I do physical meetings, at least 2, and I do online meetings. There are international online meetings, and around, in South Africa, online meetings. Basically, that is what basically helped me with regards to my drinking. And I also went to a treatment center. People call it a rehab. So I stayed there for about 21 working days. That was at the beginning. And then after that, I attended the 12-step program. So in March, on the 11th of March, I will be 10 years sober.
Congratulations! Oh my God, that's a yeah.
So basically, running enhanced my spiritual being. These days, hence I'm saying that I used to attend like 5 meetings a week. By these days, I would attend like 2 meetings a week. But the running does the trick, Okay. But there's one thing I need to remember, is that I am an alcoholic and I need my 12-step program. So that's why I'm saying basically running is now taking over, because running is my happy place. That's where I find running and hiking, and that's where I find my happiness. That's where I find me. That's where I find who I am. If I'm going through anything, even the Goa or anything, I just hit the road. and I come back, and then after I come back, all is well
All
with
is
my
well.
soul.
Oh my God. But Mbuyi, why are you calling yourself an alcoholic if you've been sober for 10 years? Why is that?
Oh, I am an alcoholic. I'm not sure if you've heard the saying, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic.
Yes, I've heard that, but I don't believe that's true.
Okay.
Because I believe people can change.
No, I understand your opinion.
Mm.
I'm not going to argue about that. But what I believe is that if I do not work on my spiritual well-being, I can easily go back to drinking.
Oh.
Because the source of my drinking is, number one, it's self-centeredness. Everything is about me, me, me. I always think I'm unique. I always think that I drink just because I come from a township. I drink just because I'm black. I drink just because I don't like my job. I drink just because I've got a terrible wife or terrible girlfriend. Whatever the case may be. My finger is always pointing somewhere else, but not at myself. Right. So that is the nature of my alcoholism is basically a disease. So the reason why I'm saying once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, it is because I need to work the 12-step program to the best of my ability till I die, or something else which is not alcohol related.
Oh, so this is a continuous
It
thing.
is a continuous thing. It's not like you graduate, you go to rehab, and then you're sober, you do a program for 5 years, and then you graduate, and that's it, you stop. I know people that like an old man who is he's in his 80s. He's about 55 years into sobriety, and right now his health is not so good, but he still goes to meetings.
Because things could change anytime.
Anytime, because the one of the reasons why we drink, I'll talk about me, one of the reasons why I drink is because I could not deal with life. I did not know how to live. Life has no manual on how to live. But as for me, I did not know how to live life. If today someone hurt me, the only solution for me is to take a drink and forget about what this person.
You were solving your problems.
I was solving my
issues with alcohol.
I was actually running away
from your issues. Oh, okay. So it was an escape for you. It was your comfort.
It was basically my comfort.
Oh.
It was my go-to place. You see, today it is the 12-step program. That's my go-to place. It is my prayer. It is my meditation. It is my hiking. It is my running. There are a whole lot of other things that I do. Recently, I started swimming, and I recently bought a bike.
This guy is doing everything. Oh my God.
I want to do a triathlon, so I think that's where it ends.
Hey, count me out in the swimming. Count me out. You guys, the last time I did swimming was at varsity. There was a guy who trained me to swim at varsity. And then there was a story there because the guy started now seeing me and wanted to see more of me. And he was my coach, and I was like, "Coach." And I was young. This man had a beard, and he was old. I was like, "No, Coach."
That was traumatic.
Yes, and I'm very young, boy. I think I was doing my first year. I was 19.
You were very young.
This man was 50 something. So I was like, no ways. So now, how do I come to practice now? And I was very good at it. I got to a stage where I was teaching others, where he would be like, Faith.
Then you were good.
I was good. But
Coach,
I had to leave. Because Coach was like, hey, how about you? I was like, no, not gonna work between you and me. No, Coach. But I'll treat you right.
No, Coach.
No, thank you. But yeah, those things happen, man. So yeah, I think I gave up on my swimming then, and then I was never interested again. I think maybe there was some kind of trauma that came with a swimming pool and a coach.
It came with traumas.
I never wanted a coach again.
No, get
after
a
that.
coach. Lady coach.
After that, I never. Even now, I see people who are professional athletes or who aspire to be they're having some kind of coach. Hey, me and coaches do not, I don't want to play with the coach because I know what I've been through. It'll be nice though to get someone who knows the sport and knows how to rest your body, because I don't know those things. I'd love to learn more about that because I don't know how to rest my body. I know how to work my body.
Sure.
Any day. But when it comes to me resting my body, and now we've got all these places in Mbuyi where you can go and what do they call it?
The physio places.
No, friend, there's another thing where you there's one at Cape Cod, recovery what sports centers.
Yes, where you get into the
Okay?
the boots, the compression boots and stuff like that, and ice baths and stuff.
Those are the things I want. Me, I want to be rubbed there nicely.
That's how you relax your body.
But I don't know how to do
swimming. Go back to swimming.
Yeah, I'll try that. But women, there's so much we can talk about, you and I. But with all the things that you've told me and all the things that you are doing for yourself. Okay, let's go. Self-love to you means?
So self-love basically means that I am happy with myself. Self-love means that I need to respect other people around me. Self-love means things like I need to recharge. You know, when your phone's battery says 10%, you quickly run to the charger and put it on a charger. So basically, that's self-love that I need to do. When I'm hungry, I need to eat. When I'm spiritually hungry, I need to enhance my spiritual well-being with things like yoga, meditation, running, hiking. It means self-love for me. Self-love doesn't love myself too much and forget that there are other people around me. I need to be able to live freely and understand other people. And believe you me, I might not have everything that I want in life, but all I can say is that I love myself. I love where I am. That doesn't mean that I can't improve my life. But I just love myself. I'm happy with myself.
I love that, because there is no way in hell where you can do sports if you don't love yourself. True. You have to love yourself. True. Because it's a mind game, right? Isn't it? Those days when you don't want to wake up in the morning and go for a hike or go for a run, the conversation that goes through your mind, you're like, I'm doing this regardless. There is no way you can have those kind of conversations if you don't love yourself. There is no way you will want to look after your health if you don't love yourself.
True.
No way in hell.
It's all because you love yourself.
Yeah, because you want better for yourself, and you know that you can be better.
Sure.
And that's why most people do sports. They want to be better. They want to do better. Just one last. It's not even a question. Do you have anything that you want to say to our listeners?
The only thing I can say to the listeners, basically, I would concentrate more on the alcoholic and addiction. All I can say is that, as youngsters, we want to experiment with a lot of things. And at the beginning, yes, it's going to make you feel happy. As I said at the beginning, that I grew up very thin and people did not even notice me. They didn't know who I was. But the moment I started drinking, I started having conversations with people, and my jokes started being funny. I started making friends. So alcohol basically did the things that I could not do. God. Because I was shy. I was very shy. But alcohol got me out of that shyness, out of that shell.
Out of the shell.
You see. But at the end of the day, alcohol, I became dependent on alcohol. I could not do certain things without alcohol. I remember when one of my uncles passed away, I had to read the obituary. And I said, I can't stand in front of the people and talk. I had to go and buy a nip, put it in my jacket so that I can be able to talk to people. So there were things, there were just things that I could not do without alcohol. Basically, alcohol was my master.
You became dependent, would you say? Oh my God.
If I had 50 rands and I asked myself, do I buy bread and eggs, or do I go and buy a beer? The beer always won. I once had a house through a bank, and what I did is I'd look at my salary and think, paying a bond, that means I won't be able to drink. I'll have less money to drink.
What?
So I always drank.
Mm,
Anyway, the bank decided to take the house because I was not serious,
mm,
and I'm laughing about these things today,
mm.
because I've moved on, I've healed,
Yes, yes,
I've
yes.
worked
That's
on
why, yeah,
myself. I've worked
yeah.
on myself. I used to have regrets. I do not regret my past
Oh,
anymore.
that's nice.
And
That's
also, I don't wish to shut the door on it. So
yes.
basically, it doesn't matter how far I've gone in life. Doesn't
Mm,
matter how far my experiences have put me down in life. My story will be an encouragement to someone else,
yes.
which is
True.
basically the reason why we're here today.
Yeah.
So that someone else out there know that there is a solution.
Mm,
People tend to think that this is the end of their life. Young people
mm.
today, they don't think that you can go to the groove without having alcohol.
Hey,
You know,
Mbuyi, have you seen on the internet? Like it's everywhere.
it's
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 a
it's bad.
thing. If you don't drink, there's
It's
something
bad.
wrong with you.
It's bad. Like for instance, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to mention this.
Mm,
My running club had a year-end function. Each
mm.
table had a bottle of wine. There was not even a single water in each table.
No.
I don't know whether the wine is cheaper than the
Ooh,
alcohol or what the case may be.
than
So to me,
water
that was
or what?
promoting that people need to
Must
drink.
be
You
drinking.
understand what
It's
I
a
mean?
thing. That's what
You
I'm
know?
saying. Like it's a thing. Like you must
It can't be
drink.
normal though.
If
We're
you
normalizing things that are not
yes.
supposed to be normal.
True.
That's what the society is doing.
True.
So, my last word to people that are listening out there is that yes, this thing at the beginning, even if whether it's drugs or it's alcohol, at the beginning it's gonna make you happy, but at the end of the day, it's going to control your life. You are going to lose the power of choice. You won't be able to choose
Mm.
whether I want to improve my life or I want to drink. The drink is always going to be the winner. If you are doing drugs, it's even worse. You get people that have done drugs, people that were rich, the richest musicians overseas. They once they started
Mm.
with drugs, they went down the
It's
drain.
over.
They went down the drain. So we have to play the movie through. Sometimes we think here, I'm going through a lot, Diagoa, and then I think, let me open a bottle of wine. Where is that bottle of wine going to lead you? Your problems are going to pile up even more after that bottle of wine or that bottle of brandy. So, yeah, if anyone does not know if they are alcoholic, I've got like 10 questions here that people can ask themselves. Then, being an alcoholic, you basically diagnose yourself. Right? I can't
Okay.
say to another person you are an
You are
alcoholic. I have to say myself, Mbuyi is an alcoholic. So to help
it's
you
a personal
diagnose
thing.
yourself, yeah.
Okay.
So to help you diagnose yourself, there are some questions. I think I thought it was 10. It's 20 questions, right? Question number 1, it says, do you lose time from work due to drinking? Yes or no? Number 2, is drinking making your home life unhappy? Number 3, do you drink because you are shy with other people? Number 4, is drinking affecting your reputation? Number 5, have you ever felt remorse after drinking? Number 6, have you gotten into a financial difficulty as a result of drinking? Number 7, do you tend to lower companions and an inferior environment when drinking? Number 8, does your drinking make you careless of your family's welfare? Number 9, have your ambitions decreased since drinking? Number 10, do you crave a drink at a definite time daily? Number 11, do you want a drink the next morning, like ipapalaza, xa unepapalaza? Number 12, does drinking cause you to have difficulty in sleeping? Number 13, have your efficiency decreased since drinking? 14, is drinking jeopardizing your job or business? Number 15, do you drink to escape from worries or trouble? Number 16, do you drink alone? Number 17, have you ever had a complete loss of memory as a result of drinking? Number 18, have your physician ever treated you for drinking? Number 19, do you drink to build up self-confidence, which is what I just mentioned just now? Number 20, the last one, have you ever been in hospital or institution on account of drinking? So those are the 20 questions. Ask yourself those questions. Clearly, if you have more than 10, basically what they say, if you have more than 5, but I say if you have more than 10, then you should
Then you are an
reconsider.
alcoholic if you ask yourself these questions.
Yeah, then you need to consider getting help.
Oh wow.
You see, for some people, drinking is a social lubricant. Like my girlfriend, for instance, she will have a glass or two of wine, and after that she will have a cup of coffee. With me, if you open that bottle of wine, it must be gone.
You want to finish it?
No, we say next. Who leaves a half bottle of wine in the fridge? Who does that?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that is the message for anyone who is basically listening right now.
But are you saying, Mbuyi, now people who want to finish the bottle have a problem?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that alcoholism is one disease where you diagnose yourself.
Oh.
Who am I to diagnose you?
Yeah.
I diagnose myself. I know I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Anyone can come and have their own opinion about me, but I know that I am an alcoholic.
Right. Mbuyi, thank you so much for coming to join us at the Healing Stride. It was a great conversation. I do believe that you're going to be back here again. Sure. Because there's a whole lot to unpack. And we do want to hear about your journey also to the comrades. And we wish you well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.